going on, everyone? Versus Z, and this is the video review for 1:72 scale CREST Nineball from Armored Core Ninebreaker. So let me fill you guys in a little bit about who Nineball is. He comes from the game Armored Core Ninebreaker, and basically Nineball is the bomb. He's badass, and that's all you really gotta know about him. When I want to talk details about this guy, I mean it, and I'm serious. Details are just sharp. And I pointed this out in my last Armored Core review, but this guy is so sharply detailed, it friggin' hurts. Like right here, see how sharp those are? Ow, ow, ow! And just throughout the whole kit, and just entirely, like there's vents, there's pipings, there's all these other added mechanical details all around, throughout the weapons, accessories, all throughout the back. Not a single piece of detail on this kit has been left out. The only thing is when you get the kit and you build it without doing any like highlighting, dry brushing, or anything like that, the kit just looks so plain. Especially if you have dark colors, nothing really comes out. None of the details really come out. So I recommend that you actually go ahead and detail this guy, whether it's dry brushing or custom paints or whatever. It took me a while to do the actual review, a little longer to actually do it, because I actually wanted to retone the weathering, the dry brushing on the arms. I left the legs alone so you guys kind of get the idea of the difference between how I did it before compared to how I learned to do it now. You can see it's kind of subtle, but at the same time you can see the weathering, and that's really what I wanted to accomplish. And I have to thank Deku for, once again showing me the way to do that. And I can't believe how simple it was, and yeah. Thanks a lot, Deku. Alright, his articulation is pretty basic, and if you want to compare to Gundam models, you're going to be a little disappointed, but hey, you're experimenting, right? So might as well make the best of it. Articulation, his head can go side to side. He's got two joints in the neck. One is the one I just rotated, and then the other one was a ball joint attached from the neck to the head. You can get the head to go up and down, tilt side to side, and you can actually get it to rotate a little bit farther as long as you can clear that piece of plastic right there. So pretty nice articulation in the head, just in its head itself. The arms, the waist, the legs, and the feet are all ball joints, so the arms can go pretty much wherever you want them to. They can go in and out of the body, just pretty much that far. They can rotate below the shoulder, bend at the elbow at one joint for a perfect 90-degree angle. This arm here, you guys know the case with that, so I'm not going to explain it. The waist is on a ball joint, so it can pretty much rotate 360, tilt side to side, back and forward, pretty much wherever you want it to go. The legs are pretty free itself. They can go forward, backward. There's really no skirts or anything. It can go side to side, just so far. Bend at the knee for a perfect 90-degree angle. And then, like I said, feet are on ball joints, but there's another joint on top that kind of allows it to go down a little bit further. So you get quite a few poses with the feet. Basic amount of posability, but really works well. Oh yeah, and then there's this turret here that'll swivel, so that's really nice. Articulation, I would have to say, is really good. The one thing I love about Armored Core kits is if you have a shelf full of Armored Core kits, you can basically swap parts in and out freely and easily. Especially if you have the special separate weapon packs that Kotobukiya sells. But what this guy has is basic weapons. He has the energy blade here, which is attached to either forearm, just like so. You also have a linear rifle, which in the game is really powerful. It's probably equivalent to a Buster rifle or something. Well, sort of equivalent to that. You have the missile launcher, which is basically just a block of plastic consisted of like 10-20 different parts, and you can peg them back here on either side. All you have to do is swap this part with the other part, basically, because you have a piece that'll have you attached to a left side, and you'll have another piece that'll have you attached to the right side. Same thing here with this grenade launcher, which I think is really nice and nicely detailed. And I'm not talking about the weathering, I'm talking about just this itself. What I really like about it though is just the idea of how you're able to switch it in and out of firing mode and storage mode. And there's also this piece of plastic here that you can like tuck in after folding everything out. And of course there's part swapping involved when you want to switch sides of whichever side you store it on. So yeah, this piece itself is really nice. I really like all the back units, like whether they're grenade launchers or rail cannons or what have you. The last bit of accessory here is what they call an exceed orbit, which is basically the equivalent to a funnel, bit, fang, or dragoon, or what have you. And so it doesn't actually fly around and shoot, but it just pretty much hovers behind its head, just like so, like maybe a couple feet away, but it just stays up there, hovers, and shoots its rounds, and it attaches back here. It's really tight once you get it in there, though, so I'm not sure if you're really supposed to take it off. But yeah, accessories are, pretty good, pretty sweet, especially if you're a fan of Armored Core and you know which weapons is which. You'll definitely love this guy. Okay, so if you're trying to stray away from Gundam, if you're trying to experiment with other kits that are not Gundam, definitely Armored Core. It's just definitely the way to go. I cannot recommend it enough. They're pretty great overall. Their details are just sharp. The articulation for them is just good enough for you to get a really nice pose that you can pull off in the game, and you want to reenact something. The articulation is just that good enough, so you don't really have to worry about crazy super articulation. The paint apps are nice. They're nice metallic finishes, stuff like that. So these kits speak detail and sharpness, and that's pretty much all. And that's pretty much all you're going to get out of it. Articulation is great, but if you're too used to Bandai, you're going to be a little disappointed. The accessories and gimmicks and stuff comes with, you can pretty much arm this guy as much as you want, as much as possible, especially, and the options really definitely open up if you have more kits. The negative things about them, though, is they are a little pricey for what they are. They are a little harder to come by, and most of the ones now that are available are the newer ones, and they're really, really pricey, but they're really nice kits. So, overall, I would recommend you try Armored Core if you have not already. They're very good overall kits. They're very nice display pieces. They're very nice projects. They're very nice kits to build. They're just very nice overall. Oh, and one more thing before I forget. Let's do some size comparisons, shall we? Since you guys have always been asking where this guy stacks up to a 1:144 scale Gundam. Oh, that's definitely not what you want to see. So yeah, you can kind of see the height there. And now a 1:100 scale Gundam, and I'm going to be using a master grade. So yeah, it towers, even though the Mark II is a little bit forward in position than the Nineball. The 1:100 scale still tower over these 1:72 scale kits, but they're perfect size. I would say the perfect shelf space size. So that's also a plus in my opinion. It's all great. It's all great. The kit is all great. My only complaints really are what I did to the legs. So I'm gonna clean that up, and my pretty much paralyzed left arm, and it really limits posability for me, unfortunately. But like I said, that's not the kit's fault. It's my fault. And once again, last time, I cannot recommend him enough. This has been the video review for 1:72 scale CREST Nineball from Armored Core Ninebreaker. I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll catch you guys later. And always, thanks for watching.